Crypto.com, Crowcoin holders, we've got a video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Crowcoin and what does Crypto.com have to do to get Crowcoin to go to $1. We're going to be talking about that. So without further ado, welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm Maxi. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into this video. All right, guys, so we're going to start off here on Twitter. You can follow me at 333blacksea. I say, what does Crypto.com have to do to send Crowcoin to $1? Honestly, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think Crypto.com has to do to make this happen? Is it even possible? Are you even thinking about this right now? Or is there actually a way to make this happen? And I think that, in my opinion, I do think that Crowcoin can go to $1, but it will require a lot of aggressive shifts in tokenomics and leadership towards Crowcoin. That being said, where's Crowcoin right now? Let's take a look here. So Crowcoin right now is trading below a very important price level of 0.0830 price level, okay? Below this line, this is the magnet. Anytime we break below 10 cents and anytime we break below 0.0830, we usually almost always come back to it. We spend a lot of time here. If you zoom out here, guys, like we spend a lot of time on this level, And I do believe that we're probably going to be trading below it for a little bit. But that being said, you look at market cipher here, you see the red money flow. This is basically there's more money coming out of the asset than going into it. It's still quite significantly red. That being said, I do see two green dots on volume, and I do see two green dots on momentum wave. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a bounce here, especially in the short term, because Bitcoin had a very, very nice weekly and monthly candle closure we should be talking about later on in this video. Now, that being said, let's get back to it. How do we get Crowcoin to go to $1? We're trading around 8 cents right now, 8.5 cents. $1 is pretty far away. Like, you zoom out here, $1 is, let's measure this. You're talking about basically 1,050% gain. We were there all the way back in November 24th, 2021. About 4 years ago. A lot's changed. There's been more tokens added to the circulating supply. There's been no altcoin season. Less money floating around in the macroeconomics of the world. Retail doesn't have money. Retail's broke. It's going to require a lot to get us back here. And guys, I will be honest. The monetary policy the Fed has right now is very, very hawkish. And honestly, it's very, very tight when it comes to risk on assets. It's not a very good, favorable situation for risk on assets. We have high interest rates. We have quantitative tightening. And retail doesn't have money to be spending on altcoins. But Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin is just continuing to make higher and higher highs because it is an institutional bull market right now. That being said, we should expect these rate cuts to come in from the Federal Reserve. We should expect a pivot to quantitative easing in 2025. And when that does happen, I think you'll slowly start to see a slow trickle back into risk on assets. And I'm going to be patiently waiting for that. But in the meantime, how do we get to $1? How do we get that 1,000% gain if outside of just waiting for the Fed? Let's talk about Crypto.com and the leadership. Let's talk about the tokenomics here. So looking right now, Cronos is sitting at rank 37, down 6% in the past 7 days, down about 1% in the past 24 hours. All in all here, sitting at $2.5 billion market cap. And guys, $13 million 24 volume, pretty weak. It's up 35%, but pretty weak. But I will say the overall market right now is so quiet. Altcoins are a desert wasteland, okay? It's a Bitcoin-only bull market right now. Bitcoin dominance just making highs after highs after highs. It is relentless, okay? You look at this. Bitcoin's at 107,000, down 1.18% in the past day, but Bitcoin dominance is at 66.5%. Altcoins basically bleeding out nonstop over this entire cycle. Probably mainly due to it being an institutional-driven bull market, as well as it not being a favorable environment for risk on assets, aka altcoins. So how do we get Crowcoin to go higher? Well, first things first, we got to burn those Crowcoins, okay? I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. They just increased the total supply to 100 billion from 30 billion. We get about 1.12 billion coins added to the circulating supply month over month. We're going to see that play out. And that really is just sell pressure on top of Crowcoin. Cronos coin, in my opinion, is a good reward token now. You use it to stake on the crypto.com app. You use it to get the airdrops. You use it to get the meme coins. You use it as a reward token. You use it to get your crypto.com Visa card. If you guys want that, it's a great way to spend crypto. Check out in the description box below or pinned comment down below. We have an affiliate link. But guys, I think a $1 Crowcoin is not going to happen this cycle unless we see a significant pivot by the Fed and we see a significant shift in tokenomics. And I know you guys don't want to hear that. I know you guys want to say, Black Sea, why are you being so bearish? I'm just being realistic with you guys. I think $1 is possible. I just don't think it's going to happen in 2025 unless we see massive shifts with the tokenomics and Crowcoin. And most importantly, a pivot by the Fed. Rate cuts and quantitative easing. Quantitative tightening is still $20 billion of sell pressure on the stock market month over month, okay? We got to turn that money printer back on, which it already is back on. We're already seeing the global M2 money supply increasing. And I've seen some interesting graphs, infographics where they overlay Bitcoin's price with the M2 money supply, and it really is quite correlated. Not exactly to a T, but when the money supply, when the entire world gets more money and the liquidity increases, Bitcoin goes up because all the assets go up, in my opinion. So let's talk about Bitcoin for a second here, because Bitcoin just put in a very nice monthly candle closure. The highest monthly candle closure in the history of crypto, guys, in the history of Bitcoin. 107,400. In my opinion, big green light that we're going to be going higher here. You look at market cipher, green dot on the momentum wave on the monthly candle. RSIs aiming to the upside. Money flow thick and green. I expect continuation of the upside. The question is, do we break over 110,000 in July, or do we have to wait into Q4? I think that there's a higher likelihood that we see July be green than red based on the past statistics. That being said, you can always have invalidations. Guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think it would take to get Cronos back to $1? What do we have to see happen? Do we really just have to wait for the Fed? Do we have to see if Crypto.com will finally reward the early investors? Very curious on what you have to think about that. Let me know in the comments section below. That's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Check out some awesome affiliate links down below. It really helps support the channel. That's all I got. Bye-bye.